I need to put the right game. That's what I need to do.
I hear it helps.
He's a professional, everyone. He's a professional.
We never doubted you.
That all seems to be working now, at least. Chad, can anyone hear us?
A good question. A good question. Let me click over and I'll have a look.
I think it's working. I'm just going to proceed as if it's working. Hello, everyone. Sorry we're a bit late. I'm just going to proceed as if it's working.
So, Pentiment.
Let's start a new game. Actually, I'm going to have a quick, because I have already done some work with the options, and you know me, I got to look at accessibility.
It's important.
So, we got high contrast for colorblindness. We've got, instant dialogue appears immediately instead of being written out. It's a cool effect, but who has the time? The photosensitivity toggle is the thing I immediately came in and turned off. And I don't know what notification time does, but that might be useful later. Voice assist, good. Don't think I've seen a game with voice assist here yet, so that's cool. Good job, Pentiment.
That is interesting. So is that essentially, it's just, you can have the dialogue read out? Because it's interesting, let's all of the other options.
Let's see what it looks like. Let's see what it looks like without, and then we can make a decision. How's that sound?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Let's begin. What are we thinking?
I don't mind. I mean, we can always we can probably switch halfway through, I'd imagine. So we could try stylized, and if we can't read it, flip over.
Yep.
I'm assuming we can switch over halfway through.
Pentiment automatically saves your progress as you play the game.
And I'm given to understand your actions and conversations matter.
In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was God.
Are you rubbing out things with a rock?
Apparently so.
Well, I think that's how that was done back when you were using vellum, because it's the easiest way to sort of scrape the skin.
Indeed.
I love manuscripts. I think I might start a count. I'm going to try and not continually talk about The Secret of Kells. It is a great film. And I rewatched it recently, so... But the artistry in these things are very good. But we're going in slightly...
I have no idea what to expect.
I think I've watched about 20 minutes of someone playing it, but from like the middle of the game. It seems very fun. It's definitely something that I've been meaning to play for thousands of years. And it's not, and just didn't happen because of who I am as a person.
This type of music notation is so fun. I couldn't tell you anything about it anymore. It's been so long.
Is it difficult to translate or read, given that it doesn't? I mean, from my completely ignorant perspective, like I can't see the time sort of duration on some of the things.
It's difficult because it's not immediately obvious every time how long a note is. And it's also not always completely obvious how the how like multiple lines of music interact. But a lot of it is for plain chant, right? So it matters slightly less than it might. And the abbot said to me, Andreas,
Love to have a dream.
I don't want you distracting the sisters in the library.
Ha! Up to the devil's work again, are you?
Don't encourage him. Socrates is here. Fuck him up, Socrates.
Devotion to one's work can yield pleasures of the mind, superlative to those of the body. Start off, Socrates. Oof. We're going to have to figure out how we're going to be reading these out. Because there are a lot of characters on screen all the time.
There's so many guys.
So many guys. Is St. Grobian in a jester's outfit? I asked.
It does look that way.
Fabulous. I think we need to spend time with more exciting lovers, or I need to learn how to work the Socrates way.
How did you reply to the abbot, Andreas? It's not my fault that God made me this handsome. You're insufferable.
Alas, this Christian faith views desire less favourably than I did in my time.
They literally sent you to horny jail, my dude. Oh?
Perhaps this longing for you will instill in them a greater appreciation for beauty. Right. Try telling that to the abbot next time, Andreas.
Despite the abbot's ire, you must endure. Soon you will have finished both the abbot's work as well as your masterpiece. And then you will return to Nuremberg, where marriage and your new life as a master await you.
What happens when you click on the underlying stuff?
Good question. Let's try that next time. Mm-hmm. Yes, marriage to someone he's never met. Hardly ideal.
Well, the alternative is becoming a philosopher. Oh, Jesus. Then you should definitely get married. Is she pretty, at least?
You have your answer.
I have, using the powers of being able to look stuff up on the side while you're actually playing. St. Grobian is a fictional patron saint of vulgar and coarse people. So...
Of what, sorry?
A fictional patron saint of vulgar or coarse people. So
Good.
This was a satirical character from the 1500s, as one does, or the 15th century even.
The small portrait they sent was lovely, but we artists can be flatterers. It is growing late. The wheel of time stops for no man, Andreas. I fear you must leave us. Ah, true, your majesty. Will you visit us again soon? I don't know, your majesty. I will pray for your safety and a swift return. I assume Beatrice is a Divine Comedy reference.
Quite possibly.
No idea who this lad is.
Prester John? Prester John rings the bell for some reason, I'm not sure why.
Grobian, please see Andreas safely home.
A mythical figure who, from the 12th to 17th centuries, was thought by Europeans to be a real personage ruling over the Christian Empire. Blah 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 blah. So, yeah, essentially, fictional patriarch type character.
Okay.
From myth. Whereas you're probably more and Socrates is obviously, I guess, The least mythical of these people.
Yes, as far as we know, Socrates genuinely existed.
Mm-hmm.
Although he might have been invented by Plato, to be fair. We can't prove that he wasn't.
Well, he does exist in this mind palace. Of course, I'm going to assume, I say, having forgotten that was my line, that we're playing Andreas here. But of course, Your Majesty.
Until next time, Andreas. Until next time, Your Majesty.
Hey, no, playing to the other fools, Andreas.
Tag yourself, I'm this guy at the bottom who keeps sticking his tongue out.
It's a good one. I think I'm the person rattling some flowers like a maraca.
Love it. I never do. Ow! At least I would if they'd stop stepping on my feet. Watch where you're going!
Ha! They're fools, Andreas. No point in trying to teach them anything. I know old John wants you to endure the abbot's shed, but since I take you home, I get the last word. Don't let him run you, ragged boy.
I won't. The abbot can't push me around.
That's what I like to hear.
Alright, Captain Stompy. Ah! Oh, the emoting with the ink. I love this. Would you please stop? I give up. Take me home, Grebian.
As you wish. Oh.
Good morning, Ursula.
Come on, Andreas.
Bye! Time to get up. Part 1. The Baron. April 1518. Click the Journal tab to access quests.
Oh.
Another day, another few pages for the abbot, and hopefully a few for myself. I need to get across town and head up to the abbey so I can start work at the scriptorium.
Alright. Oh, I do love a map. Okay. I guess all the places that are hollow are places we haven't been to yet, and as we visit them, they will illustrate up.
Ah, that's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
So we're sort of between Nuremberg and Venice. That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Brother Piero of Verona, known for his kindness and helpful nature, but Brother Piero is respected as a master painter specializing in works of extraordinary color. Ursula Gertnerin, daughter of Peter and Clara, half-sister of Eva and Big Jorg. I hope we get to meet Big Jorg, that sounds great.
Mm-hmm.
Nuremberg, free imperial city of the Holy Roman Empire, major trade center and city of art, including printing.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool.
How's your history around this period?
Dreadful.
As soon as it goes into the 16th century, I lose all track because 15th I can do, well, 15th Florence I can do, but not much else around that time.
I'm fairly sure I've said this before on this channel, but my knowledge of history runs out around 500 AD.
Fair enough. So this shall be a learning experience for us both.
The Picatrix, Key of Solomon, the Heptameron, Prior Ferenc... Excuse me. Prior Ferenc keeps giving me all of these books to read.
How dare they?
Interesting.
Okay.
I really should clean this up. Go to bed, eh? I wish, buddy.
So now that we've clicked on Ferenc, I'm assuming they turn up in our little journal.
Let's find
Is
out.
that right? Or
There
do
he
they
is.
hover? Oh, fantastic. So we'll definitely want to click on everything.
Probably French then. Originally from Hungary, French is the prior of Kesor Abbey and is responsible for running the scriptorium, known for his interest in esoteric books. Hello, small child.
Andre.
Thank you for your valuable input. Oh.
Good morning, Andreas. Did you sleep well?
Quite well, actually, thank you.
I'm so glad to hear it. Anyway, I know you'll be off to the Abbey, so I packed you some food. Almonds, cheese, and some of the rye you like from the Auburn. Otto wanted me to ask you to join him for dinner at the Abbey. I
Otto stopped by?
really love how the way that they've got the writing. They've done the artificial bit of the writing where you can see where the ink has been redipped. Is so beautiful to me.
I am loving like the expression through writing. It's very good.
It's very interesting. Yes, around dawn. Here you are, Andreas.
That's too kind of you, Clara. Many thanks.
Master Andreas, if it wouldn't be too much trouble, could I mean, could we? Would it be too much trouble if you paid next month's rent today?
Oh dear.
And if we raised it by 2 groschen? I hate to ask, but we're behind on our taxes to the Abbey. 2 months behind. Peter's losing his hair over it, even more than usual. I mean...
I'm not sure how to respond to this. Rent wasn't due until the beginning of May.
Your guardian voices.
Be generous, Andreas. You can spare the money and it will ease their burden.
You must take the consequences of inaction into account. Oh.
What is this shit? Don't they pay taxes every year? Why is this falling on you to fix?
Ah, Shinji, hello again.
Listen, I have 3 voices. I think I probably have an optional 4th voice now after like a month on testosterone. Be generous, Andreas. On the other hand, she might think she can keep asking me for advances on rent.
Well, are you looking to be generous? What's interesting about this is, so the voices themselves are an additional advice to your character, who is then going to respond to them, and presumably the options change depending on
Yeah.
how well the advice is taken. It's much, very, very Disco Elysium.
I'm gonna go. Wait, were these taxes unexpected?
Peter says the taxes didn't go up for years, but since we've been married, it's just gone up and up. It used to be that if we didn't have the money, we could make the payment in kind with some of our crops.
It corrected itself. That's fun.
Mm-hmm. The abbot stopped that last year. Now, if we don't get a good price from the miller, it's hard to give the abbey its share. I know it's not your problem, Andreas, and Peter is too proud to ask you himself. Can you find it in your heart to help us out?
It's interesting that the no option goes away. Of course.
Oh, God bless you, Andreas, and may Saint Luke watch over you today. Speaking of Saint Luke, how is your masterpiece coming along? It's been 2 months now, hasn't it?
Slowly, I'm afraid. Most of my days are spent doing work for the Abbey. It's only during the Divine Office that Prior Ferenc allows me to work on my masterpiece. A reasonable restriction, but slow going. The City Council doesn't require it to become a master. I'm making it mostly to show clients, and for my own sake. And yes, when I do finish, I will go back to Nuremberg, where I'll marry and open a workshop of my own.
From Nuremberg to a university, and now traveling the world as an artist. What a life you have ahead of you, Master Andreas.
Yes, I suppose it does feel like I'm starting a new chapter in my life after a few missteps.
It must be rather frightening, starting all over again.
It is, but I know now that this is what I want to do. Not many people get to decide that.
Certainly not anyone in Tassing. Anyway, I don't know anything about art, but I've seen you sketching such beautiful things in your little book. Your masterpiece must be wonderful.
Well, it's hard to say until it's done.
That's no way to think about it. I'm sure it will be a treasure when it's finished. Now, I have to get back to my own work. Have a good day at the Abbey, Andreas, and we'll see you after Vespers for supper.
Not tonight, but thank you. Klaus Drucker invited me over for supper.
Of course, please say hello to the Druckers for us.
Of course. Until later, Clara. What does Eva
So has that
say?
filled out our... Hello, Andreas.
Not a lot. Good question.
That's us.
It is.
All right.
Right,
So-
so Clara, second wife of Peter Gertner, mother of Ursula, known for her kindness and her concern for her husband's health. Klaus Drucker.
Drucker is the Tassingtown printer, husband to his wife, Marie, and father to Bertold. Although Tassing is an unusual place for a printing press, he does brisk trade with pilgrims and other travellers from the Imperial Road.
Ava Gertnerin, daughter of Peter Gertner and his late wife Christine. Eva was largely raised by her brother and father.
And prior Frank we've done, and we have other people on presumably the next page.
Otto Zimmermann, town carpenter and son of Old Otto, known for his dislike of the Abbey, especially Father Gernot.
Peter Gertner, husband of Clara, father of Big Jorg, Eva and Ursula, known for his temper and his dislike of the Abbey, and Leonhard Müller.
And yeah,
Ursula,
daughter of Peter and Clara, half sister of Eva and Big Jorg. Ava and Big Jorg.
That's so cute.
She's so cute.
What's interesting is that we're immediately being told of people animosities towards each other, which does give the suggestion that we're going to be having to take sides and that's going to cause a problem when we're going to have to try and remember some of this, or at least refer to it occasionally when making.
Yeah. I'm not gonna read through all of these, but I am gonna say Saint Luke, Christian evangelist and patron saint of artists and physicians, often represented by a winged bull.
Mm-hmm.
Is this Big Jorg?
It could be. Look at the chickens. They're so good. Also,
I hope we get some bad medieval animals. I'll be so happy if we do.
That would be pleasing.
Do you want to switch over for a bit?
Sure.
God bless you,
Andres.
Oh, yes, Andres. This weather's been god-awful. This town's gone to shit since my days.
Were things very different when you were young?
As different as beer and piss. The old abbot didn't bother us much about our customs. He didn't mind if we left a little offering to Perchta to keep the skies clear, the weather fair. Matthias knew that Christ was in our hearts, even if the White Lady's name was on our lips.
Ooh. I thought Saint Moritz protected Tassing.
Yes, and Saint Sacia too, but who do you think that protected it before they came along? Oh, now we can click underlined to it. Oh my god, I don't like that. That's so unsettling.
You're right there.
The finger is so long.
It is a medieval manuscript finger. They're all like that.
I don't like it. It just, I wasn't prepared. Saint Sacia was one of, or Sadia probably was one of Tassing's patron saints, a local pagan who converted to Christianity and miraculously aided St. Moritz's soldiers with food in the dead of winter. She was martyred for her actions.
I'll bet.
The saints weren't the first to watch over Tassing. My father knew that. Old Ranning Kemper knew that. The late husband of Attilia. That bastard abbot may not like it, but some of us keep the traditions alive.
What do these traditions entail?
When you get up in the night to take a piss, go around the right side of the house and never go back the same way. That way the witches don't steal your soul.
how interesting. I should go.
All right. God bless you.
We're not speaking to Big Yorg.
It's not letting us. Oh, there it is. Morning, Andreas.
Morning, Big Yorg. How's it doing? You working today?
Just taking a rest for a bit. Dad's still in the field. He hit a big rock with the plough and it took me God knows how long to pull it out. You off to the Abbey?
Every day but Sunday.
Right. Thank God for Sundays. Smells like a storm's coming now.
Just smells like fresh alpine air to me.
You've been travelling too much. Where was it you spent your Vandayara before you came to Tassing? I don't really need to know what that means, but let's have it anyway. So upsetting.
A wonder year.
Yes, during which a journeyman artist or craftsman travels far and wide to improve their skills. Oh.
Okay.
Where'd we come from?
Um,
Okay, let's read through them. Basel.
Mm-hmm.
Andreas knows some Italian and French and can reference cultural touchstones from Basel and nearby Bern, Zurich, and Freiburg.
Mm-hmm.
Low Countries. Andreas knows some Dutch and French and can reference cultural touchstones from Antwerp, Bruges, and Kent. Italy. Andreas knows Italian, a little Greek, and can reference cultural touchstones from Florence, Venice, and Milan.
Cool. So, over to you, I think. I mean, I don't know where we're traveling in this game. The map pretty much has most of Central Europe. I don't know the kinds of people we're going to be talking to.
Yeah. I mean, you know I'm going to say Italy. You know I'm going to say Italy.
I mean, I was moving towards it. I immediately went Italy because that looks like it is probably the closest to our background or history to it, either from a historical or literal cultural background. Because I know fuck all about northern Central Europe in that period. Italy. Florence for a while, but Venice and Milan as well.
Italy? No wonder your senses are dull. You've been down there too long. Spend enough time in these mountains and you'll be able to smell a storm coming.
How long will that take?
10, 15 years.
I don't think I have that long, Big Yorg.
He looks so alarmed. What do you spend all that time in Italy doing anyway? Other than art, I mean.
Is there anything other than art? Okay.
Hedonist. Andreas seeks out pleasure wherever he goes. He is extremely social and quite experienced in all the enjoyable vices of the world. Craftsman. Andreas lives to work and dedicates all of his time to his art. Bookworm. Andreas spends all of his non-working free time finding and reading as many books as he possibly can. Rapscallion, what a good word.
Great word.
Andreas has a penchant for getting involved in petty schemes, pranks, minor crimes, and fistfights. Oh, a businessman. No. Not doing it.
Alright.
Which of these four?
I would nix craftsman because Andrei Rublev was too long a film. I enjoyed it very much, but I don't want to play it. So the other three are up to you.
I think Hedonist could be fun.
Mm-hmm. Italian women are beautiful, and the wine is exquisite. What do you think I spent my time doing?
Sounds like
I bet.
fun, but you better not let Father Thomas hear about it. Oh, I meant to.
Why not? Priests tell us to emulate the lives of the saints. I'm gonna get, like, murdered, aren't I? I revere Saint Augustine, who said, Lord, make me chaste, but not yet.
If you say so, Andreas. I still think you're going to get in trouble with Father Thomas.
Jorg!
Anyway, I have to get going.
Jorg! Let's go!
Dad's already acting like I'm taking too long, even though I did all the work to get that rock out. See you later, Andreas.
Until later.
Right, who's this Father Thomas then?
Oh, look at the cat!
The cat! The
Oh,
jetpack cat!
oh no!
Okay, I haven't figured out the key controls for all of this.
In stunning new developments of your gameplay.
Listen. Listen.
Andreas knows Italian, a little Greek. These are the decisions we made earlier.
Yeah.
With the little icons. So presumably those icons are going to come up against our dialogue options. So.
Right. Father Thomas Sprecher, town priest for Tassing, tends to his flock at Our Lady of the Labyrinth.
That's an interesting name.
Hmm.
Il Peter Gertner, the elderly father of Peter Gertner. Il Peter is perpetually on death's door but continues to work the field in spite of it. He's the oldest man in town.
We've all met that guy. We've all met that guy. Big Jörg Gertner, the son of Peter Gertner and his late wife Christine. Called Big because he is the biggest man in town. They're very imaginative in this town.
I mean, it tells you what you need to know.
Pecta is the pagan goddess of the Alps, associated with animals and spinning wool. She is still invoked by some Christians in Austria, Switzerland, Bavaria, and Swabia.
Swabia. Ooh. Okay.
Saint Moritz is the patron saint of Tassing. Legend states that he was the Egyptian-born commander of a Roman legion who converted to Christianity. They were all martyred for their faith. His hand is a relic in Kirstor's shrine. God. Christians are so fucking weird. Sort. Endris Schmidt's smithy. It's so much smaller than the one he uses at the Abbey. Long conversation. Oh, Andreas, good timing. There. Do you have a moment to lend me a hand?
Of course.
Wonderful. I've got too many irons in the fire. Or rather, shoes. Horseshoes. I miscounted how many I put in. Now I need a hand, else they'll overheat and I won't be able to work the metal. Here, take the shoe in the tongs.
Mini game.
Put the hot part of the shoe on the anvil and I'll hit it with the hammer. Good. Next one. Eh. This is not good. Yeah, well done. See? Sure work. Thanks for the help, Andreas. Don't know what I was thinking doing all of those at once. Sure would be nice to have someone to help me out here every day. Have you considered a child?
Have you considered an apprentice?
I have. None of the boys in the village seem interested.
Keep at them. I bet you could get Bert Drucker.
Ha! Klaus would have my head if I tried. Anyway, I don't want to take up any more of your time. I'll see you in Otto up by the Abbey guest house for dinner.
Until then, a very unintended side effect, but one that I find very amusing, is the sort of closed conversation X being like a kiss on the message.
There's some fancy
What's
boys back
happening
there.
back there? Can you only walk on the paths?
I can only walk on the paths.
Okay.
In fact, I can only walk left and right, it looks like. Oh?
Martin, please, can you give me a hand here?
What do you want? I'm keeping an eye on them.
That looks a lot like standing there and doing nothing.
Martin, for Christ's sake, help your cousin.
Morning, Andreas. Excuse me, one of the fence rails fell and the sheep started hopping it.
Should I offer to help? Perhaps. Helping others also helps us. It allows us to feel useful and to take satisfaction in our work.
That idiot Martin should be helping them. Yell at him and give him a good scare. How are we playing this one?
Then again, I don't know anything about sheep and I'd probably just get in their way.
What are we thinking?
We don't have the starts fights. We didn't choose the starts fights background, so I don't feel comfortable starting a fight.
Alright. It might, to be fair, I don't know if that would make it more successful. It might make it more likely for us to do that kind of thing.
Yeah, this is what I'm thinking.
I guess we can always ask them if there was anything we could do to help and see what happens. Have you ever handled sheep before? And this is where we can probably say no. Good point.
Oh look, there's something going on up at the Steinhauer's place. Sure is. Who's that on the horse? Looks rich.
A little hand rubbing.
I don't know, Martin, but Lucky is giving him an earful. Christ, I haven't seen the Lucky that worked up since Peter and Clara's wedding when Johann pulled his pants down. Knocked two of my man's teeth out. You don't want to feel the strength behind a stonemason's anger. Do you think he's a noble? He looks really rich. God damn it, Martin, stay out of trouble for once. What, Aunt Hetty?
Behave yourself. Don't we have enough to deal with right now?
Yeah, you kind of do. Andreas, if you wouldn't mind moving your skinny little body up the road, we need to get these sheep under control.
Of course. See you later. Maybe help your aunt and uncle, alright?
Eat shit, Andreas.
Oh, I hope to beat him to death outside a pub.
Maybe we should have picked Reptilian after all.
Who
He's
knows?
not letting us go any further that way. I guess we're going this way. Or are we? Where are we going, game? Hey,
We're
game.
going to the Abbey. Can you go now? Now the sheep's gone? Yeah, you can move. Okay.
Still can't go out there 'cause it doesn't look like. Get on the farm. Where's the fucking...
Maybe you can use the map in the book or something. Or like a little arrow appeared, so... Or was that you clicking it?
That's me clicking it.
Mm-hmm.
To the farm, south. So many farms.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Who have we found? Johannes Bauer, brother of Franz Bauer, husband of Hedy, father of Veronica and Hans. Johann is friendly with most of the families in town, but determined to expand his farm.
And Lucky Steinauer, who's a stonemason of Tassing, husband of Agnes, father of Brigitte, known for his great strength.
Lorenz Rothvogel, Baron of Rothvogel from Worms. Patron of Kersau Abbey, lover of books and art. Endres Schmidt, the Tassing town blacksmith. Endres works near the town centre most days.
Bertold Drucker with a fantastic hat, who's the son of Klaus and Mary.
Martin Bauer, son of Franz and Kat Bauer. Husband of Brigitte, father of Rolf. Known for his churlish youth and petty theft.
Nikolaus Heberger, Hebel, a Swabian servant of Lorenz Rothvogel.
I think that's everybody.
Seems like.
Okay, so where please? Where please now? Okay.
Okay. Can you go into the houses? I guess you don't need to.
I think only the ones that have the thing on them.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Gosh, the animals are quite loud. Oh,
What?
he's a printmaker. Morning, Andreas. How's it going? I love this. I love this.
Morning, Klaus. Another day at the Abbey, another few hours to work on my masterpiece.
Good to hear. You still coming for supper tonight? Marie and Bert would love to see you.
Oh,
Look
you got
at
little
them.
pictures of them. That's cute. What a good game.
And you see how it all came in at once because it's a print. Oh, beautiful. You
And the
really
sound
need to
effect
see
as
these
well. Oh,
You
lovely.
really need to see these new woodcuts. I have for the Italian edition of Till Eulenspiegel. Spiegel.
To Eulenspiegel,
Something vague?
the titular character of a popular 15th century book, Till is a prankster continually exposing the vices and hypocrisy of others. He is also quite skilled at tricking people into smelling, touching, or eating his excrement.
Sounds
Sounds
medieval.
delightful. What a cool guy.
Mhm.
I didn't realise Father Thomas let you print books in Italian.
Come on, Andreas. He's not that strict. I know he's just trying to protect people from.
Wow, Andreas!
Andreas is such a bitch.
Adventure stories of questionable moral repute.
He doesn't mind those so much, actually.
No?
As long as they don't get too carnal.
Oh.
So, supper tonight after Vespers?
Of course.
I'll tell Miriam about you coming. See you then.
See you later.
God bless Master Mila. Hope your week is going well.
Thank you, Father. It's going quite well. I'm just on my way up the hill to get to work.
Good, Andreas. I don't recall seeing you at Sunday morning Mass.
Oh, wind your neck in.
You understand how important it is for your salvation that you receive the Holy Communion, don't you?
Fuck off. I just stayed up too late on Saturday. I don't want to get into an argument with him about this. Would going to church on Sunday be such a burden? If not for his sake, consider it for your own.
A man has many, many duties. Father Thomas should appreciate how hard it is you work to help the Abbey.
This arsehole can't make you go to Mass. To hell with him!
Should we take... Yeah, that's not really the good argument given the time period of, like, working for...
Yeah. Alright, I'll come on this Sunday then.
You don't have to make a promise to me, but our salvation is contingent on... Oh my, what a blessed day to receive such an illustrious visitor. Master Mela, this is Lawrence, Baron of Rothvogel, a great lord from the countryside near Worms.
Prosperous imperial free city in the western part of the empire. Located on the Rhine River, Worms has been the site of many imperial diets.
Look at that duck. What a good duck.
Hang on. That is a good duck. Extremely high quality duck. Doot doot goes the rabbit.
Ooh.
Cool. Good to see you, Father Thomas. It is nice to be remembered fondly. I only wish all of your neighbours here were as welcoming.
Well, yes. What brings you back to our little town?
My wife and I were returning from a trip to Venice. We spent a few days in Innsbruck and it was terribly dull. I mean, it has a certain charm, common to these alpine cities, but the place was crawling with nobles for the Emperor's... diet. An imperial diet is an assembly of the 3 colleges of the imperial estates of the Holy Roman Empire, the prince-electors, the princes and dukes, and representatives of the imperial cities. They meet to deliberate on matters of importance to the empire. The Diet of Worms is something that I just has stuck in my head for from like year 8 history or something. I couldn't fucking tell you what it was.
I too would like to play some more Crusader Kings, is all I'm saying. The Emperor? Was he there? Did you see him?
Oh, briefly, but he was sitting for a portrait at the time. Quite lovely. Didn't want to bother him or the painter. Just Italy.
I thought about Italy. I mean, they weren't impressed by somewhere in Switzerland, so let's do Italy. And how was Venice, my lord? I lived there only a few years ago.
Oh, fascinating. Well, the city's Jews now live in their own quarter in the north.
Medieval.
The city's artists are still producing wonderful work. Titian in particular is a god. No offense, Father.
Of course.
Anyway, my wife wanted to stay a bit longer in Innsbruck, and I decided to ride ahead to make the visit to Kiersau. Capital of the Australian county of Tyrol, and a major stop on the imperial road connecting Italy and Bavaria. It is the closest major city to Kiersau Abbey and Tassing. Notably, it was also the site of witch trials in 1485. Ah, the Inquisition. I heard Father Matthias died shortly after my last visit, of course. Abbot of Kiersau before Father Gernot. Rightly respected by the monks and nuns as well as the people of Tassing, known for his kindness and his love of books. And that will be why taxes have been raised since his death, I assume.
Mm-hmm. A great loss for the Abbey and for us all.
Indeed. By good fortune, I recently came across a copy of the Historia Tassia he was reading during my last visit. Father Matthias was hoping to find a second copy to corroborate the contents of the first. It contains some fascinating details about the history of this place. I'm afraid they might even cause a bit of a scandal.
Ah, yes.
But I must be off. There will be time enough to discuss Tassing's past later. I commissioned a manuscript from the Abbey through Father Gernot, and I have come to check on its progress. Just a guy.
Oh, my lord. If you come to see your manuscript, you should speak with young Master Mailer here.
It is an honour to meet you, my lord.
Andreas is a journeyman artist from Nuremberg. For the next few months, he's also helping in the Abbey's scriptorium.
Room for writing, illustrating, and illuminating manuscripts. Though typically associated with monasteries, they had disappeared from almost all abbeys by the 16th century.
So this is one of the last, well, not last ones, but some of the few ones.
A Nuremberger artist working in an abbey scriptorium in 1518. Oh, we should talk, Andreas. I must know the story.
Ugh, how much of a suck-up do you want to be?
Surely my lord would find little entertainment or companionship in me. I have yet to judge the quality of your entertainment, though it sounds like we're off to a bad start.
F.
Thank you for the introduction, Father Thomas. Come to supper at the Abbey tonight. I'm inviting you to the Abbot's table.
Did the Abbot invite me?
Oh, don't worry about it, Father. Just show up after Vespers. What is he going to do, refuse us?
This person is dangerous.
Uh-huh. Excellent. We will see you then. Miklaus, I'm dismounting. Run ahead of us and take the horses to the... Thank you, Abbey's guest house. I'd like to take my time talking with Master Mahler. I'll meet you there. At once, my lord. At once,
my lord.
So then, a journeyman from Nuremberg. Forgive me for saying so, but you seem a little old to not yet be a master. Are you unmarried?
No, I'm not married, but in truth, I came to my vocation later than my father and brothers. I was in university for a number of years at Erfurt.
One of the most populous cities in the empire and is located near its heart. It has been home to a respected university since 1379 and is a centre for humanist thought. We're learning all kinds of things today, Libby. Erfurt! Wonderful. The same university as Martin Luther. Have you read his works? Tremendous mind. He says things about the church that should have been said years ago. Might get him into trouble, but he's a brave, brilliant man.
This is dangerous.
Wait, you may have even met him. Did you? You must tell me.
No, he was a few years ahead of me.
Hmm.
His ideas do seem fascinating, though. I say, having spent so much time in the height of decadence in Italy, which is like where everything is, well, high-end Medici nonsense. So,
I agree wholeheartedly. I simply must meet him if I get the chance. I wonder if the good brothers of the Abbey have heard of him.
oh no.
Perhaps they've even read his list of 95 theses against the church. I'm not clicking on that. I'm happy for you, though, or sorry that happened.
Oh, he nailed them to the church. It was a whole thing. Onto the door.
Father Matthias was not above having a lively debate. I hope Father Gernot does not disappoint in that regard. But enough about Luther for now. Tell me about your university studies.
Forgive me, Baron, but did you attend university? You seem very well educated. I'm gonna make a guess and say no, he didn't, because he's making spelling mistakes.
Ha! No. My family is merely wealthy enough to have provided me with all of the books and tutors a child can dream of. I love all knowledge, from Aristotle and Cicero to Ficino and Erasmus, and everyone in between yet to come.
I may have misjudged the Baron. He seems as well-read as any university student.
Yeah, that's certainly a measure of someone's personality. In truth, I am simply happy to speak with another well-educated man. Now then, did you earn your doctorate? Oh ha! Changing his font. That's cool.
No, I didn't. Only a master's degree. I started working towards a doctorate, but didn't finish.
Oh, that's a shame. Well, what was your area of study?
Oh, I'm assuming it's different languages, maybe, they're speaking?
Andreas has a strong understanding of Catholic theology, biblical knowledge, canon law, heresy, and similar subjects. Andreas knows the basics of the fractured system of laws that govern the various states of the Holy Roman Empire.
Which is a mess, and we will know nothing about it.
Andreas is familiar with the basics of human biology, medicine, and illness. So we're between theology and medicine, are we?
Yeah, I'm vetoing law because the Holy Roman Empire was is too complicated.
We ain't doing it. We ain't doing it. I'm tempted with medicine.
All right, let's do it. All things medical, studying the latest and greatest texts coming out of Italy.
Yes, the Italians continue to innovate in that area. Extraordinary, really. Fascinating work. Who knows what secrets we may learn about the human body in the decades to come.
Mm-hmm. You! If I had any faith, I would have prayed you'd never show your face here again. Curse you, Lawrence Rothwigel. Cursed as dogs, tearing you to pieces would be too kind of fate.
These rustic communities display a shocking lack of hospitality, don't you think?
I'm going to say nothing about that one.
Well, what of your early time in university? Every student must study the trivium and quadrivium, yes?
Oh, fuck off.
Represent the lower and upper divisions of a classical liberal arts university education. Latin grammar, logic, and rhetoric form the trivium. Arithmetic, geometry, music, and astronomy form the quadrivium. Did you have a favourite subject?
Latinist. We have a strong command of Latin grammar and vocabulary. You can also easily recall Sentiae Antiquae, quoted works of wisdom from the Roman Republican Empire. Logician. Instinctively thinks through the implications of it. That's not us. As he receives it, it's adept at spatial analysis and can easily perform complicated calculations in his head. An orator. They excelled at rhetoric in the university, was a skilled teacher, persuader, and public speaker. An occultist. Knows a soul-endangering amount of theoretical and practical knowledge on alchemy, astrology, theurgy, necromancy, and various magical rites and ceremonies. Or heavens and earth, where they know about constellations, heavenly bodies, their movement, also familiar with various plants and animals from study and personal experience. So our history is, we're sort of going to become a doctor. You spent time in Italy. What was the other thing that was a bit of a hedonist? Was it a hedonist?
Yes.
Do we want to go Latin for things that you can expound upon, which might be interesting because you will get the references they're referring to?
Maybe.
Or potentially heavens and earth for the sort of medical line?
I want to go heavens and earth because the things that people thought they knew about this kind of thing back then were such exquisite bullshit.
Okay. I loved studying the natural world, my lord, both the heavens above and the wild spaces around us. Formerly, I studied as much astronomy as I could.
It's incredible how much we've learned from both the Arabs and the Greeks.
True, but even now we continue to discover more about what we see within the celestial sphere. Even now.
Andreas, your tiny mind would be blown by the James Webb Telescope, huh?
What began as pagan myths to explain our place in the world may help us understand our place in the heavens. And this may seem foolish, but I spent a lot of time in the wilderness, learning about plants and animals.
See, I think this fits with hedonism quite well, because he probably knows all of the plants that will get you high as shit.
Fair enough.
Really? Did the libraries of Erfurt not have enough herbals to satisfy your curiosity?
I don't mean to malign our most august Greek and Roman authors, but De Materia Medica was written before the coming of Christ. Surely there is more we can learn about plants, insects, and animals by observing them in nature. And beyond that, I simply have a love for wild places.
While I do not share your academic interest in nature, I must admit that I sometimes enjoy the solitude of a walk in the woods. And your other studies? Was there anything else you excelled at? Should we go with Latinist as a secondary?
Yeah, why not? It's nice it's giving us two options to try and pull through.
As funny as occultist would be.
I think we'd have to, yeah, that's I'd imagine, a very deliberate playthrough of this, where you're sort of pushing that Gnostic route.
Yeah. That would be cool, though.
Absolutely an option. I focused on Latin. It's useful in so many ways, but especially for understanding manuscripts.
Wonderful. A beautiful language used in the greatest empire of the ancient world. Tell me, what is your favourite sententio?
Oh, both of these are terrible.
Oh no.
Do you have context to either of these, or are these just jokes?
No.
Over to you.
I'm gonna go through the second one just because. Fuck's sake.
Ooh.
Yes, Cato the Younger, an unflinching defender of the Roman Republic. Yes, I know nothing about Cato, so. But what did his principal get him? Death at the hands of Caesar.
Not quite true. He died by his own hand. And when Caesar learned of it, he said, Cato, I resent you for your death, for you denied me the chance to spare you.
Fuck off, Caesar. A bitter end, but not without a measure of sweetness. Ah, there's the Abbey. I have good memories of this place, and of Father Matthias. I was sad to hear of his passing.
So is everyone. How did you know him? How did you come to know Kersau at all?
Excuse me. My family had been patrons of Kersau for I don't know how many generations. Some years ago, I heard that Kersau still had a wonderful library and artisans. Professional artists have taken over most manuscript production, so I was shocked to find an active scriptorium here. A bit old-fashioned.
I think it's as good a place as any to create art.
Certainly, though I'm sure you miss the comforts of Nuremberg when you're stuck in a drafty old abbey like this.
I'll get back there soon enough. I'm in no rush.
That's good for me, since I still appreciate the abbey's work. I commissioned a manuscript through Father Gernot a year ago. I thought I would stop by and check on the progress. Wait, are you the artist working on it? It's a prayer book with 20 illustrations.
I know the work, but no. But I do know the artist well, the venerable Brother Piero.
How venerable?
He still has his wits and his skills, if that's what concerns you. Brother Piero has an incredible talent with colour.
Then I very much look forward to seeing it. McLeod, tend to the horses and the baggage. I'm heading up to the abbey.
Yes, my lord.
Excuse me. Well, let's not keep the abbot waiting any longer.
Not the nuns.
Nuns. Quite unusual for a Benedictine house to have monks and nuns, even if they are separated. The church closed most of them centuries ago. But then Kersau is a place out of time in more ways than one.
Why were they closed?
Monks and nuns living side by side cannot behave themselves. I have terrible news for you about monks and nuns living by themselves, sir. I don't blame them, though. The church shouldn't either. It's just human nature, after all. Ah, you must be Father Gernot. I am Lorenz, Baron of...
Yes, the Baron of Rothervogel. So wonderful to have you here again. We actually did meet on your last visit.
Ha ha ha.
But I was so memorable.
Ah, if you say so. I'm not good with remembering faces.
Please forgive me, my lord, but I wasn't expecting you for another few days.
Yes, I know, but I wrote ahead. I couldn't wait to see my manuscript. I'm sure it's no trouble. Clearly it is.
I mean, it's no trouble. Did you want to see it now?
Oh, in a moment. I could do with a bit of refreshment, though. May I grab something from the kitchen?
Yes, certainly, my lord. I will meet you there. How behind do you think the brother is? Andreas, I don't know what you were doing with the Baron, but I need you in the scriptorium now.
Two of these are
Maybe
very
one.
funny.
I think 103.
Is this a bad time to ask for an advance on my payment for the Book of Hours?
Brr.
I should ask again when he's in a better mood. Maybe I could just convince Brother Matthew to pay me early.
Mood.
Right.
Do we want to maybe check our book, then maybe hit up the scriptorium, and then maybe call it after then? Because I know you were looking for a shorter one potentially.
Yeah.
We could also do it once we flick up our map, our journal. I love the little icons; they're very good.
They're cute. Brother Mathieu,
my God.
Neuchâtel.
Those
Oh.
glasses,
They're
those
very good.
glasses.
Swiss sacristan of Kirsau Abbey, responsible for maintaining the sacristy, the abbey's treasury, and for assisting Father Gernot during the liturgy of hours.
Wonderful. Someone we need on our side. Sister Matilda of Kempton, cellarer for the nuns of Kirsau Abbey, works often in the convent garden.
Miklaus Heveler, Swabian servant, we've seen him already. Attilio Kemperin, farmer, widow of Rannig? Kemperin.
I believe so.
Lost her home after the death of her husband.
And
Yeah.
she was in the options of when talking to the guy about the old ways of being a fan of them.
Yeah.
Veronica is the daughter of Johann and Hedy, sister of Hans, close friends with Biggie de Baurin.
Sister Dana of Tabor, Bohemian nun, assistant to Sister Illuminata in the library. She has a markedly impious attitude toward life at Kirsau.
That will end well.
Yeah, that's going to be great. Sententiae are commonly understood moral maxims, typically originating from ancient Rome or Greece. They may be employed as a sort of quasi-logical rhetorical shorthand among educated audiences.
Much like the meme of Spider-Man pointing at Spider-Man.
Ha. 95 Theses, a list of propositions against the Church's practice of selling indulgences for the remission of sin. Right, yes.
So wait, if that was written in 1517, oh, 15 right now or something. So that is very recently making waves.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, there we go.
Right.
Right. Click map tab to access map. Not that tab.
Go back to it. Look at those cats. Look at those cats.
I will look at those cats in just a moment. So, we are here, and we need to go all the way over here.
Should we go to see the shrine of St. Marie? So do you think things are timed?
Those are good cats. Thank you for pointing them out.
I will always be on the lookout for incredible animal drawings. Oh, they look great. God bless you, Master Mailer. How goes your work in the scriptorium?
Very well, thank you.
Oh, then I guess you wouldn't be interested in the saffron Agnes Steinharden received yesterday.
What? Saffron, really? Where'd you hear that?
Sister Matilda saw her at the Albans. Maybe you can convince the prior to get some for your yellows.
Good to know.
Always pick the options that are like the specific background options.
Yes, although I do also want to know about presumably the cat.
Mouse finger is a very good phrase. Oh, don't worry about that. I'll go gathering in the forest later.
Until later, Sister Gertrude.
I'm sorry, we didn't ask about Mousefinger. Hopefully we'll meet them. Bless you, Andreas. Maybe I'll see you by the shrine of Saint Satia one of these days.
God bless you, Master Mala.
God bless you. Brother Piero? No, wait, it's Master Mela.
I thought you couldn't see, Sister Margaret.
During the day, I can see some colours.
How did you know it was me?
You and Brother Piero both smell of the pigments you use. But you're taller, and have another smell to you, like fish or burned almond.
Oh, that's old linseed oil. Popular among the Italians, but Brother Piero doesn't use it.
I'll ask Sister Gertrude about it.
How are Sister Gertrude's herbs coming?
It's too early to tell. Most of them won't be grown until May. Still, working with herbs suits me.
I guess because you can smell them, huh?
Oh.
Have a good day, Sister Margaret.
God bless you, Master Mela. Can you click the shrine?
I can't. A reliquary containing the hand of St. Moritz, which is said to have once held the Holy Lance. Okay.
Love a Holy Lance.
Brother Matteo maintains this shrine along with some of the sisters who paint badges for the pilgrims. Why does it disappear so quickly?
Maybe it's a setting. Who knows? There was a second, like, arrow, or was there only the one?
I think there was only the one.
Okay, cool. How are you feeling? You want to do more places, or do you want... Let me call it, maybe.
Let's see a couple more places.
Okay.
So you want to be heading into the church, it looks like.
Mm-hmm. Can we take a moment to come out and see that owl? It's obligatory. What a good owl.
Frog was also excellent.
Yes. What language are they singing in?
Oh, that's Latin. This is the Catholic Church, so it would all be in Latin.
Mm-hmm.
God bless you, Andreas.
Has your voice recovered yet from Easter Mass, Rüdiger?
Oh yes, it was a bit of a strain, but a worthy sacrifice.
Well, if the Lord could give us his all on Easter.
Exactly. Have a good day in the scriptorium.
Have a good day singing. It's very nice.
That's really lovely singing. So we want to go to.
I think it's down and around.
You reckon?
I think. We have to get down some corridors.
Hello.
Alright. God give you health, Master Mailer.
Brother Sabat, I am surprised to see you still here.
As am I, but I will be leaving soon, returning to Rome. And I and my bishop regret that we could not reciprocate Father Rodolph's generosity earlier. You showed much kindness to our priests at the Council of Constance many, many years ago.
Will you remain in Rome?
That is up to my bishop, but I will miss these mountains in any case. You should travel to Ethiopia, Master Mela, and see the highlands. God has blessed my home with a wondrous beauty.
I would love to, someday. I still need to return to Nuremberg and open my workshop.
Yes, someday. Until then, if you are ever in Rome, I may still be around.
I've only made it as far south as Florence, but I'd like to see Rome.
By the way, if you have some time in the next few days, it would be nice to share a meal with you and some of the townsfolk.
The townsfolk?
I'm accustomed to strange looks, especially in rural places like these, but I have had kind words with the baker and his wife.
Oh yes, the Albans, Ulrich and Gret.
I offer to tell a story to the children and their mothers over a meal someday. Gret seemed excited about the idea, but I would be more comfortable if you were there as well.
I can certainly make time.
Thank you, I look forward to it. God give you health.
Right, so we need to go through the dormitory, I think, to get to... Or at least it looked like you did.
Because it took us down a corridor automatically, so we've got to go, through the dormitory.
Yeah, dormitory, or
Bailey,
and
room.
Victoria.
I love the way that the Serhat's art style is very Ethiopian Christianity, that it's which is sort of almost closer to the Orthodox type of art styles. It's all very it's making the art historian very happy. Oh, look at those plants. I think that's the scriptorium.
Yep, that is.
Oh, the plants. They're so good.
Yeah, there's your man.
Mm-hmm.
Andreas! God bless you. So good to see you. Oh, that's not an old man voice. I'll keep trying.
Go on then. Good morning, Brother Piero. Good to see you as well.
I don't like this weather. My bones ache. It means a storm is coming.
Everyone in the Alps knows whether the storms are coming. Your Gerdner says that if you live here 10 or 15 years, you can smell those coming.
Brother Adok has been here long enough that we can always smell him coming.
Do not forget, Brother Guy, the fate of the youths who jeered the aged prophet Elisha outside of Bethel.
So I actually heard this story recently. The aged prophet Elisha outside of Bethel was mocked by some youths and summoned 2 bears from the forest.
I see. Interesting.
Are you comparing yourself to a prophet, Brother Adok?
I am comparing you to an impudent youth whom the Lord, in his ineffable wisdom, may choose to strike down.
All right.
Brother Guy, please show more respect to Brother Adok. You're being mean-spirited. And stay out of this, Andreas. This old fuck can defend himself well enough.
I need no defense against the likes of you. God protects his faithful against the iniquitous.
Everyone seems quite lively. I suppose that means Prior Ferenc is not overseeing us today.
He was here, but then he heard Lorenz Rothvogel had arrived and he hurried out like a little mouse.
He's so desperate to impress the abbot and nobles like Rothvogel, it's pathetic.
You feign kindness to Father Abbot and our prior, only to speak about them like this behind their backs. It's shameful. Oh. Oh no. Baron Rothvogel. His manuscript. I just realised he will want to see his manuscript. How silly of me. Of course, that's why he's visiting.
Perhaps if you were younger and faster, you wouldn't need to worry so much about patrons' visits. Ugh.
Guy, someday you will stand where
Let's
Piero is, and the young monk will stand where you are now.
I think we should make enemies for life. I mean, they're the ones who are going to cause us problems and later. Sometimes you will be an old man too.
Morzetian Daphnidi Sikulovanet.
And then what is that?
I'm not entirely sure. It's death comes even to something. In the something age, I think. Oh, death also came to Dathis of Sicily.
You know who that is?
Sicilian shepherd, who, according to Greek legend, was the inventor of pastoral poetry. In stories, he was the son of Hermes and the nymph, and was follower of the goddess Artemis. He died young, the victim of a jealous naiad. Well, there we go.
Anyway, what's the problem? The Baron's just one client. He has to wait like anyone else.
Andreas, Baron Rothvogel is not like anyone else. He has powerful friends, including the Prince Bishop of Freising. Religious and secular ruler under scattered territories in the Holy and Roman Empire, including the lands containing Tassing and Kirsau Abbey.
He's also a turnip with a face.
Kirsau is already out of favour. Father Abbot does not want to have to deal with more attention.
Well, if the prior isn't here, I'm going to work on my manuscript until he arrives. Oh, that's right. I need to reference the Indamar manuscript.
What do you want, Andreas?
The book. The Indamar manuscript. The Book of Hours.
Indamar, a prominent family of the Swiss Confederacy and Austria. Book of Hours, a type of illuminated manuscript that contains an abbreviated form of the prayers for the Divine Office, in addition to other religious texts. Most are relatively plain, but wealthy patrons often commission lavish examples with elaborate illustrations. This cat and this presumably dog look very alarmed. Oh, this rabbit as well. That's
I didn't
so
even notice
good.
the cat. The rabbit was very distracting. Why is everyone like this? Your hair looks messy today. Did you get enough sleep?
Oh, that was shouldn't be me. Oh my god. Sir! Sir! Go to Hordy jail.
I just get the book, maybe. I don't know. Do we want to be that lad?
Not with a nun, no.
Then let's just ask for the book.
Oh my god, okay, well. I mean, did you sleep alone, or?
Could I just get the book? Please? Please, sir? Please?
Ugh, that's all the way upstairs. Can't you get by without it?
I'm really sorry, I can't. I need to reference it for my work.
Really? My feet hurt and the stairs are so steep. I'm just going to ask Illuminata to get it.
Do what you want, but I need the book.
Sister Illuminata! Andreas needs help finding a book and I don't know where it is. Andreas?
Sister Illuminata, I'd like to borrow the Indemal manuscript, the Book of Hours.
Yes, I overheard. Here, please return it promptly.
Let them go!
Andreas, may I see how your masterpiece is coming?
Of course. Your opinion is always welcome. Ooh.
Yes, the composition is lovely. There is a joyful spirit in your arrangement of the figures. The contrast of colours is also quite nice, rich and beautiful on their own, but not overpowering the scene.
It doesn't feel right. I don't know why.
It's an excellent interpretation of someone else's work.
Oh. It's what the client wants.
What do you want? Where are you in this work?
It's alright for you to say that. I didn't know there was room for me in here.
It is inescapable. We all put ourselves into our work, whether we realise it or not.
Mm-hmm.
What does this painting represent?
November. November, we show peasants leading the pigs to the forest to forage acorns before the slaughter.
Andreas, the peasants here are no longer allowed to forage acorns in the forest. Many great lords and abbots across the empire have forbidden it, even Father Gernot.
What difference does it make? This is the way November's painted.
But it is not the way November is. Art is illusion, storytelling, but in their most sublime form. These images illuminate a path to truth.
It's most important to me that my clients are happy, and they won't pay me for truth.
Yes, but with God's grace, this book of ours will outlive us all. What will it say to those who see it in a future generation, centuries beyond our comprehension? Some will gaze deep into your lines and paint to seek a deeper meaning. What will they find? But you need not listen to my opinions. They're just the thoughts of one old monk.
They're the best. They're our favourite.
Yeah. There is no place for the monastic scriptoria anymore. In truth, this room is a place out of time.
Why is that? Why has Kursal kept this up for so long?
Some people, some places, have a difficult time letting go of the past. I am not among them. The creation of books, of art, is no longer the province of monasteries. So be it. More people will be able to write, more will be able to read, and in so doing, be brought to truth.
I think there will always be a place for artists like you and Brother Adok. I say, pointedly ignoring the other one.
I mean, he doesn't appear to be arting very much. I don't know. Yeah.
No, I'm pointedly ignoring him. He's a dick.
Be remembered.
We're making enemies here.
It's kind of you to say so, Andreas, but you need not be concerned for me. I have lived a long life and am happy to have served the Lord. When he calls for me, I am ready.
Look at the time change! Oh, beautiful. Look how threadbare the robes are on the old ones as well.
Ah, where has the time gone? It is already Terce. Monastic hour corresponding to 9 a.m. Christ. One of the little hours of prayer. Terce precedes Mass and the chapter meeting. Too much talk. I must ask forgiveness for not honouring the rule. The Rule of St. Benedict of Nursia is a book of instructions for monks living together under the guidance of an abbot. Written in the 6th century, the rule provides the principles for living a monastic life. Until later, Andreas.
Until later. They look shifty.
Wasn't that the symbol that was next to like a cult? What's going on in here?
Isn't that guy the brother Ferenc? Can you bring up the people menu for a second? Because it had their little portraits.
Oh, he's gone.
No, but the little people menu thingy.
Frank. Maybe.
It's hard to tell. They all
known for his interest in esoteric books. So did you notice that the symbol that he had was very similar to the symbol for a cult that we kind of rejected earlier on?
Yes, interesting. I was thinking, I was wondering whether it was like a constellation thing, but of course the heaven and earth thing was the rainbow. So,
yeah.
Ooh. Interesting.
Also, we've not looked at this for a while. Father Gernot of Munich, Abbot of Kirsau Abbey. Father Gernot replaced the former highly beloved Abbot Father Matthias. Gernot is known in the Abbey as a disciplinarian and in town as a harsh landlord. He is struggling to fund the Abbey as the scriptorium no longer generates much money.
Sister Gertrude of Hoff, herbalist of Kirsau Abbey. She is known for her friendly personality and her cat, Mousefinger.
I knew it was a cat.
Of course it is.
Brother Adok of St. Ives, elder scribe of Kirsau's scriptorium, known for his beautiful handwriting and love of anagrams and fish.
Brilliant. Agnes, midwife of Tassing, wife of Lucky. She's one daughter, Brigida, wife of Martin.
Mother Cecilia of Augsburg, prioress of Kirsau Abbey and responsible for all of the Abbey's nuns. Like all of Kirsau's prioresses, Cecilia was once the Abbey's librarian.
That's all lucky people.
Ah, there's loads more. Sister Illuminata of Perugia. Librarian and future prioress of Kirsau Abbey. Sister Illuminata is responsible for the contents of Kirsau's library, and she oversees the work of Sister Stenna, who will one day take her place. Illuminata is known for her great intelligence and expansive education.
Sister Margaret, assistant herbalist of the Abbey, works with Sister Gertrude, mostly blind from a failed cataract surgery.
Ooh. Marie
I don't
Druckeren,
think
block
so.
cutter and typecaster, wife of Klaus, mother of Bertolt.
Great hair.
Very good hair. Excuse me. Oh, maybe it was him.
Brother Rudiger, the singer.
Yeah.
For the
They look quite
monks of
similar.
this-
Okay, we'll go back and see it in a second.
They all have the same hair, it's hard to tell. Known for fine singing voice.
A brother Sabbat Sadai, priest from the Ethiopian Church in Rome, visiting Kirsau to repay a gift given at the Council of Constance.
Sister Lisbeth, who's a Dutch oblate. Assistant Mother Celia.
Ulrich Alvin, town baker, husband to Gret and father to Anna, known for his piety.
Right.
There we are. That's everyone, I think.
Okay.
I am tempted to knock off here, I think.
I think so. I would love to see one thing. Can you see how variable are the audio options in this game? Because the mice squeaking is killing me.
They are very variable. Better?
Because moving down some of those would probably be really help concentrate a bit more. Particularly, I really love the sound of chickens, but there were a lot of them.
There were a lot of them,
moves.
it's true.
So being able to move some of those down, but not eliminating them, would probably help my sanity somewhat.
Cool.
This is an interesting game. It feels like it's a relatively long one. I guess in terms of, well, it's not a frog detective game, but it is
It's not a detective game yet.
Well, true. It'll be interesting to see how it develops. And as we learn more about this world of Tassing, it is Tassing.
Tassing, yes, in Kirsau.
But until that point, I guess thank you to anyone who's joined us, and we'll try again next week to live our life as a near master illustrator. All these things. I don't know. It's been a week, but it's been a week in that way. The meme is of like I'll just get through
Lemon,
this
it's
week,
Wednesday.
and then well, that too, yeah. It's been a week for about a month now. Anyway, thank you for having me. And should we call it?
Let's do. Bye, everyone.
Bye bye.